Scientists call water one of the building blocks of life for a reason. We depend on it to survive. But as more people move to Texas, we're stretching our current supply further and further. The state has calculated a quarter of Texans could face shortages by 2070 without additional supplies. This past week, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick announced his priority bills for this legislative session. Among the top 10, more investments in the state's water supply. Eric Henriksen visited the Water for Texas 2025 conference to learn more about what this investment would mean for the state.
I cannot, in good conscience, leave this place without doing whatever I was supposed to do to secure water supply.
Senator Charles Perry making his stance clear before water experts, officials, and advocates.
This is our window. This is our time to kick off some conversations about water supply long term. It won't be here again for a long time.
Part of that conversation, guaranteeing funds. As part of the 2023 legislative session, Senator Perry led the charge in establishing the Texas Water Fund.
The voters approved a constitutional amendment for $1 billion, and that money was set aside for the Texas Water Development Board to allocate to the different needs and demands of the state.
TWDB Chairwoman L'Oreal Stepney said this $1 billion has proved essential for securing Texas water infrastructure, but it's not enough.
Many of our programs are 8-10 times oversubscribed. And so any additional funding that the legislature sees fit and the voters approve will certainly help our communities.
That additional funding, Perry says, could come as part of a joint resolution prioritized by the Lieutenant Governor.
The vendor community needs predictability, continuity, and funding. We don't currently have that. It's a whatever the budget wants to do every session now.
If passed, the bill would ensure $1 billion each year would go to the water fund.
This is just like roads. We don't even think about roads. It just happens. It's on autopilot. This will be an autopilot.
Perry says that ensuring water infrastructure funding is the last pillar Texas needs to secure its future.
If we get this right, there is no cap.
Senator Perry says he expects the joint resolution to be introduced in the coming weeks. In Austin, I'm Eric Henriksen.
The Texas Water Development Board hosted the event and is focused on the growing water crisis across the state.
Can you reassure TxDOT customers that their experience will be different under HECTRA?
We asked the group now taking on the state's tollway billing and customer service system, how will you prevent the same text tag troubles we've heard for years from repeating? This as we discover new problems during the move to a new operator coming up.